Hey everybody, Flawed here with the first technical Minecraft tutorial that we're going to be making on this channel. It's a video on automatic item sorting in Minecraft 1.16. And if you're brand new to Redstone, we're going to cover some basic Redstone components, what they're used for here, and then we're going to make a basic item sorter, and that's going to be able to put items, any item you want into a chest, and send it off to wherever you want it to go, to a chest, to a storage facility, something like that. If you're more of an advanced player, we're also going to be making an automatic shulker filling box by the end of the video. Even a basic player should understand how this works, as long as you know what a shulker box is. And if you have a lot of items like cobblestone, something like that, the shulker box filler is really helpful. If you have any questions about this build, I stream on Twitch pretty much every single day for like 8 hours a day. Pop into the channel, link in the description, you guys know the drill. And come ask your questions there. We're just chilling. So let's move right into basically an example that I have on my vanilla server. This is on vanilla Minecraft 1.16 right now, and we have our zombified pigman farm, and these guys basically drop gold for you. They will drop you gold ingots and gold nuggets. And I have a sorting system right over here, which sorts them out into ingots and nuggets. The pigmen also have two other drops, and those are golden swords and rotten flesh. I don't really want the swords or the rotten flesh. If you have a lot of coal, you could sort out the swords to put them into a furnace, and then you can, smelt them if you wanted to. Personally, for me, if they were to, if the pigmen die and the sword goes in here, I like it if they get sent in the trash. So this sorting system will automatically separate the nuggets and the ingots, the ingots and the nuggets, and then spit out all the garbage there. And that's a practical example of how you would use the sorter. Now, the start of this video is just going to be covering basic redstone components and how hoppers work, so if you're not new, once again, skip ahead to the builds. However, if you are new, hoppers are just very simple. They send items from one place to another. The direction that the base is facing is where it's going to go. So if you are crouching and right click, it will automatically go into that direction. If you're on top of it, it'll place it down, sideways, etc. You must be crouching for that to happen. So that's not really the important part. The really important part is that hoppers, when they're placed into items like this, where they're all in a line, up and down and facing to the side, the items will first move from this hopper into this hopper and then down and over. It will not move this way first. So if we were to put some glowstone in here, we will see it going away. Boom, it's gone. Where did it go? Did it go in here? No. It went left, down, and over into here. That's very important to know. That's useful for a lot of scenarios. If you ever want to put a lot of chests side by side, boom, you just made a system where all these chests will fill up. Once this chest is full, then this one will fill up, then this one will fill up, and there you go. So the first actual redstone component we're going to cover is the comparator. And the comparator looks like this in your inventory. It's got three redstone torches on it. And looks like that when it's placed down. And it does a couple things, but the thing that we're going to focus on today is that if you put an item in like a chest or a hopper or something like that, the comparator is going to detect the items in that chest and put out a value of power based on how much stuff is in there. So this one, if you see in the top right corner, targeted block, this is when you press F3, you'll see the targeted block, the one that you're looking at. Power is 1 on this block, and power is 0 on this block. Now, this comparator, however, has a chest with a maximum amount of items putting power into it. That's going to put out 15 power. That 15 power is going to go 15 blocks, and then be power 1, and give power to this piston, which is going to fire it. Now, if even one item of all these 64 stacked items comes out, 63 observers right there, that piston is no longer powered. We put that observer back, boom, piston's powered. That's how comparators work. That's one of their functions. They do a couple other things, but that's basically how they work. And then we have the observer. Observer is really simple. It's got a face on one side. It's got a red dot on the back. And the face sees stuff happen. Boom. It sees this chest being placed and broken. And it'll put out 15 power here. And watch that piston. Boom, boom, boom. Every time something happens, you'll see the piston get fired. A lot of stuff can do that. Even like fire will make the piston fire back there. Really quickly, this is a repeater. A repeater is just what it sounds like. It repeats a signal. So if it gets something into it, it'll put that signal out. And this is just an example of a comparator putting out a very small signal, 4 power, 1, 2, 3, and then it powers this block, which powers this repeater. That will actually put out 15 power immediately, and we will get to block 20 with a powered piston here. So that's just a little useful thing. When even a small amount of power can go into it through a block here, it'll put out maximum power. So we will be using that here in this next part of this video. Okay, so the items that we're going to need for this build are all right here. We're going to need a comparator, just one repeater, 3 redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, 1 hopper, 6 building blocks, anything you want it to be, whatever you use, 41 of the item you want to sort. That's very important. You have at least 41 of the item that you want to sort out, and then 4 items that you will never ever sort. And we'll be explaining how you're going to put each of those things into your hoppers later, but you need 41 of the item that you do want to sort and 4 items that you will never sort. And we have a special trick for that, and we'll explain in just a second. So once you guys have collected all your components, go over to your build area and check out your space. This is how much space you must have. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks back, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks deep. You could put this above or below your storage area, whatever you really need, but in this case the sorters are above the storage area. And this one sorts cobble, comparators, and black glazed terracotta. The items really aren't important. You can put 30 chests here with all sorts of sorters, which makes it look complicated, but really it's just the same thing over and over and over. It's just this one strip sorting out cobblestone right here. And so here's the build. We have our building blocks first. 1, 2, 3 wide, and then 1, 2 down. Make a nice big T, come over 2, go up 1. You have now made a donut, but the top is missing, and you shifted the top over 1 block or something like that. This block will be removed. This block will also be removed, and you will have this shape. Repeater goes here, facing this block. It must look like this, facing this block. And you will have a comparator facing this direction on top of the whole thing, facing this direction. Dust is going to go 1, 2, 3 on top, bang. And you will have a torch underneath the comparator, just like that. Now, have your hoppers. A really important thing is that your hopper that's putting information into the comparator is facing outwards. Now, that's because the way that items move through hoppers, in this case, this chest is taking in items like cobblestone, putting them through the hopper sideways. And then because there's a hopper below it facing sideways, it will check this hopper first, and it will put the cobblestone in there first. It will not go further. It will always put it in there first, and this will activate the system, which will move the cobblestone into this chest. So filling these hoppers and deciding what items to put in them is really important. Because if you get really hyped into Minecraft one day and you decide, I want to make a sorting system and it's going to have every single item in the game. Well, if you were to put 4 item frames here to take up space, those items, eventually you'd put item frames into your sorting machine and it would break the system. So my recommendation for, you have your 41 items here and then 4 filler items. I recommend you take an anvil and rename 4 items. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Item frames, let's rename them Jeff. Okay, so these 4 item frames are named Jeff. And we're gonna put them right here. Now, if I put another item frame into a hopper on top of this, it's not gonna be able to because it has Jeff in there and not an item frame. If you rename an item, it is no longer the same item. And the redstone science behind this, if you're a person that you built this and you say, wow, why does it work? Here's why. Basically this hopper, like we talked about before with our comparators over there, this hopper, when it has items in it, has power. It puts that power into this comparator, and that comparator puts out power. Top right corner right here again, when you press F3, you see power 2, and then power 1, and then power 0. So this hopper is putting out 45 units of power, and this redstone torch is lit still. So if you're new to redstone, what's basically happening here is this redstone torch powers things above it. So this redstone torch is powering this block right here, giving it power. It's not affecting this comparator, but it is affecting this hopper right here. Now, this hopper, nothing can go in it when it's powered. When this block has power, nothing can go into this. If I were to take out this and put in a block here, it's not going to go through. It cannot go through when this hopper is powered. It's a little kind of like an advanced thing, but it's a very simple thing also. So essentially, this torch powering this block stops this hopper from taking items at all. Now, that's only because the torch is lit. So if this hopper all of a sudden has 46 units of power, it's gonna put power 3 into this. Let's slow down time. Game rule. Sorry, random tick speed 99999. So that slows down the game a lot. And basically what we're going to do here is we're going to put our one cobble in, our one glowstone in. We're going to watch it power, boom, power 1 here. That's going to power this repeater, which puts power into this block, which turns off this torch, which allows items to go into this hopper. So we're going to show you that again, really slow-mo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put 5 glowstone in there. So as it's going, it has now started to power this block. This block puts power into this repeater. This repeater puts power into this block, which turns off the torch, which allows items to go into this hopper. Again, time is slowed down a lot. And we have full speed. We are back to items just sitting in here. 45 power back in the hopper. Hope that makes sense. That's how I understand it, at least. And yeah. So that's basically the end of the video for the casual players and the people that just want this sorting system for themselves. You would build that system over and over and over next to itself. It can be put like that, and you'll get your, sorted area, whatever you want to make it. For the advanced players, this next part's for you. We're going to fill up shulker boxes automatically with these systems over here, and let's see how that goes. Basically, what you're going to end up with is, potentially your storage area. You got your shulker boxes here getting filled up with cobble and automatically placed into this chest. In this case, we got another example. Glowstone going here, cobblestone going here. Nice and pretty, and it's for bulk storage. You know, you got thousands of cobble, you got thousands of glowstone, something like that, and you just, those normal chests just aren't cutting it anymore. So this is what the system looks like when there's two of them next to each other. I first built it really big. This was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks wide. This thing was huge. It worked, but it was too big, so I made it smaller. This one is 5 blocks wide. I said that's still too big. We got 3 blocks wide as the finished product right here. And basically how it works is you've got these boxes, shulker boxes, being constantly filled up through the sorting system. So let's, you know, get some cobblestone. And let's get some glowstone. So that is what the system is sorting right now. And you could put anything in there. The excess items would show up down here. But this is sorting the cobble and the glowstone right now. And time is slowed down a lot. So that was very slow. Time is slowed down. But basically this shulker box is getting filled up to maximum through this hopper. Same with this green one. This green one is also getting filled, but I believe the glowstone is going first. So we can move that if we wanted to show you the green one. In any case, like we talked about before, this comparator is going to take the power from this box when it's facing this direction. So this box has a lot of power. I chose to use boxes that were almost all the way full so that we could speed this up and so you could see it. So this is a box that has like 20 missing from it. It's almost all the way full. And we see that we have a power of 14 coming out right here. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We stuck these lamps here so that you can see how full the shulker box is. Because when there's 9 power here, this one will be lit up, but this one won't be. So we'll know that we're, you know, filling up, but we're not even, you know, basically halfway yet. So we got 14 power, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0 here. Now, like, what just happened? The shulker box got filled to maximum. Every single stack is 64, and it put 15 power out, which powered this line. This line powered this repeater, which puts out full power into this block, which powers that piston right there. When this piston fires, it will break the shulker box. The shulker box will go into this hopper, go down into our sorting system, and away. At the same time, when the shulker box breaks, there's an observer here. This observer has the face facing into the shulker box, so it sees the shulker box change. When the shulker box breaks, it will send out power because it saw the change. The power will start here, go up these blocks, and end up lighting up the face of this observer. When this observer's face lights up, he will end up sending power here into this dispenser. This dispenser is full of shulker boxes. Normally they'd be empty shulker boxes. In this case, they're just shulker boxes that are 90% full. We're just missing like 20 glowstone here. So let's put some more glowstone back in there. And, oops. We have glowstone here. And we can watch that happen. So once again, power going out, fires the piston when the shulker box is full, observer sees it happen, fires power into this dispenser, which puts a new shulker box. It's really simple when you can understand it that way. It might look a little crazy because there's 2 of them here or whatever, but bam, we got our shulker boxes. And so far I have not seen any shulker boxes escape or anything. They all go into their perfect area and get sorted away. So go ahead and pause the video really quick. This is going to be the list of stuff that you're going to need to make the shulker box sorter. And it's pretty simple. 1 piston, 2 observers, 1 dispenser, 6 hoppers minimum. You're going to need 6. You're probably going to use more than that. 28 redstone dust, 1 repeater, 1 comparator, 27 building blocks. And optionally, you can use 3 redstone lamps to show you how full your shulker boxes are. I do recommend those. And chests. If you have a lot of shulker boxes that are empty that need filling, or a lot of, you know, cobblestone that you're going to sort away, you will need extra chests. So you guys have collected all your items. You're ready to go. one of the most important things for this build is where you want your items to go. That's where we're going to start from. So in this case, we're going to build the sorter above everything, and our chest will come out below, just like we had right here. Our system's all right here. You don't see anything behind it, but there's a lot of stuff ends up being behind this wall. So you would need to be inside of a mountain really to do this. A more practical example would be to use this dropper tower. So when your shulker box goes here and breaks, it will go into this hopper, go down, go over, end up in this dropper tower. Now I'm going to teach you this dropper tower in another video, but this is how it looks. Torch, comparator, repeater, and then just torches all the way up like this. And basically what will happen is it'll spit these items out upwards. So we can make our entire storage area up here, and then all of our redstone is underground. You wouldn't see a thing. You basically wouldn't even see this dropper, just the edge of it, which I think is just fine, perfectly fine. So I would suggest making a dropper tower like that. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it, and I will have one coming next week or so, something like that. So once you've chosen your location you want your items to go, let's say in this case we got our chest, you want to put hoppers going back because we have a bit of a build situation here that you can't go right up against this wall. So in this case we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hoppers. Those are extra hoppers, like I told you before in this video, we need 6 hoppers minimum, and these are just kind of getting your items where you want them to go. So that's really up to you. After that, we're going to place 3 hoppers going upwards. So we have this formation, just like that, and we will grab our comparator. Remember, we're only using 1, and it's going to go right here on top of this hopper facing outwards. It's building block time. We got our white concrete here. We're going to build 1 block out, and then 1 block down and over, break this one, and then 1 block down and over, break this one. So we're down here on this level, and we're going to go 1, 2. And if you're using the redstone lamps, this is where you'd probably start using them. So again, the use for this is it shows you how full your shulker box is. I recommend them so you know when your shulker box is about to break. And you're going to do just like this: 1, 2, 3, lamp, 5. And if you're just doing normal blocks, this is just 5 blocks. This will go up 1, break that, and then we will go wrap it up nice and tight and go up 1 once again. So we have this formation. Redstone lamp people, we got another lamp coming in, and a block of concrete. Again, these blocks can be whatever you want. We're going to go up 1, break that block, and we're going to go up 1, break that block. Another redstone lamp can go here. Now this lamp I recommend for sure, because this is your very last lamp before the shulker box is full. This is like 90% full. That's a good one to have. We're going to go down again, break that block, and then over 2, just like that. Our repeater will go right here in this middle block. Let's follow that. Comparator, blocks down, blocks over, blocks up, blocks over, blocks up, blocks over, blocks over, and repeater facing this direction. Now, right here is where your shulker box is going to end up, right basically there. So our piston has to go right here, face this way. You can stand right here, crouch, whatever. Don't have to, and place it facing you this way. It's redstone time. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Don't put one here, it'll just break anyways when the piston fires. We will need an observer. So the first observer will go right here, facing downwards. Now the face should be just like this. You got your comparator, you got your piston, you got your face. So that is where your shulker box will go. And whenever the shulker box breaks, it will send a red signal out here. Right below it, this observer, you need a building block. And then we're going to go over 2, up 1, over, over, up. So let's repeat that. 1, 2. We're going to go up. We're going to go up. And we're going to go over. just like that. We're gonna keep going up. We're gonna keep going up, just like that, and then up one more. So we're at this height level. There is 2 blocks between this redstone line and this block. We're gonna come over one, over top of the piston, and then we are going to get our other observer. You're probably gonna end up standing really right here and looking upwards, and you're gonna get the face of this observer this way. You should have this kind of look to your build. Redstone time again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's more or less it. Now, this is the system that sends out the shulker boxes. And it's actually gonna be, ignore this first dispenser, it'll be this dispenser right here. Okay, the last redstone dot goes on top of this dispenser. You have to crouch to place it. Hard to do when you're flying. And that's really it. To fill your shulker box, you must have a hopper right here. Crouch, and it'll face into it. And you could, you could really put this out anywhere, but I suggest you go straight up into a sorting system so it stays nice and tight, 3 wide. And you can go straight up, just like these ones we did. This is the shulker box. It's getting fed by this hopper, which is going all the way up from this sorting system where we can put our cobble and our other items. So that's it. That's the build. When you want more shulker boxes, some people, you might only have 9 shulker boxes, so you can just put them in this dispenser. If you have hundreds of shulker boxes, you're gonna put a hopper right there, and like a chest, double chest, whatever. You fill it all up with shulker boxes if you want. They'll get fed into this dispenser automatically, and then you'll have your constant supply of empty shulker boxes. They go in there. So that is it, boys and girls. These are the builds. That is the simple filler. This is the shulker box filler. We're gonna cover a lot of cool stuff in the future. This is just the first video of this channel. You can see that I've been up to a lot of fun stuff on this server. I'm gonna put the server download in the description in case you want to play around with these machines. As usual, it's gonna be a typical situation. Download the world and test out these machines. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Come to my Twitch channel if you had any questions. If you want to see any other builds or like farms or anything like that, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Send me a message, anything like that. Thanks for coming, everybody, and have a good day.